What's going on, guys? Welcome to Learn Crypto, presented by Wyckoff SMI. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
How you guys doing today? Doing your thing? Things are starting to turn down again. You guys doing all right with it?
Looked good this morning, and now we're back to having a little bit of sell pressure.
That bear market dough. First to hit the like button. Everybody hit like, subscribe, and share for us, and we'll get the show on the road here in a little bit once we get some more people in here.
Let's go ahead and start it up and get going.
All right, let's
do it.
Todd must be hungry. He's forcing me to start it up.
Right.
With a common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Oh, look at Mark One's pork blaster. I like it.
Every day, listen to the Todd Father and everything Nick says. You gotta remember what you see. Don't be a Gary. If you want that pork blaster, here's the place to be. At Learn Crypto. Welcome to Learn Crypto. We'll make you rich. We're gonna ride that pump.
What's going on, guys? You doing all right?
What up, Steve?
We won 8K. I don't want 8K. I guess you got some USD Tether waiting for some action, huh? All right. Well, I guess we'll start. Todd wanted to show
I've got
certificate
a stock
for somebody.
certificate, or the course certificate for Stefan Batic. He wanted us to show that. That was from January 13th. And actually, looking at it, I remember he bought the course because I did that shot that one night. He said if I bought the course, he would, or if I did the shot, he would buy the course. So that's what happened. And he took it really quick. He told me, I know he gave us a few ideas, and he said he was going to go back through it a couple times, but it helped him. So shout out to Stefan. And then, you know, still course is at $2.99. Adding more lessons, getting ready for the software launch. I know somebody just asking about the software. Vladimir was doing some more tweaking overnight, and I'll hear more about that later tonight. They're about 12 hours different from us. So we're just looking at data coming in on the 5-minute intervals, making sure my proprietary indicators can calculate. So that's all we're doing right now.
Perfect. Somebody's asking about thoughts on PIVX. Essentially, we've talked about PIVX on the show a couple times, how it's a privacy sector, and that's one of the sectors I'm looking at. It pretty much got listed on Binance last night around 9:30 or something like that. I retweeted the tweet. Had a huge pump. I actually exited out of most of my position, laddered out towards the top, and I'm looking for a re-entry on that. I do like the coin long term. I think it's a solid coin.
BTC, right? You sold 120, 116 or something?
Yeah, I sold one third at about 120K sats, another third around 116K sats, and then another third around 115K sats.
Huge
Not going to
volume.
tell you where I'm looking to re-enter because I don't want you guys buying that up. But
before it gets there?
Yeah, and then I'm going to take the profits and keep it in BTC. So that's kind of my move.
I'll tell you where he's bidding. Because I know. Big volume come in, though. Dang, the volume.
That's just from a Binance listing, too. It's crazy.
My God, that's like...
What's up, Steve the Bull?
500 times or something. Whoa. Major. Let's go back. Let's go ahead and jump on Bitcoin USDT. This is a 5-minute.
Thanks for subscribing, Michael. Appreciate it.
Let me move a couple of these chart markings here. I mean, we had the big rally this morning off the new low. That was a spring. Came off of there nicely. I would have liked to seen a little bit higher on that. Now we're back here at the lows right now as we're talking. 10,670. I think we really need this thing to hold in right here if we're going to see anything more. We really need to get above this 11,890 again. So we failed at that so far. If we can hold here and turn back up, I think we might be okay. But if not, we keep leaving behind these ABCs, which looks for still a move below 9 grand possibly. So I'm not sure on that, guys. So
let's take a look over here on CoinMarketCap. I'll go over some of these.
Yep.
It was looking more promising in the beginning of the day. Obviously, things are starting to come back down. We have Bitcoin currently sitting at 10.85. We have Ethereum still sitting below just $1,000. Ripple's a little positive on the day at $1.33. Litecoin $177. Stellar is 1.36% positive at 48 cents. EOS, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit, negative 5% for the day. And NEO still trying to hold some of those gains, staying above $120. Let's look at some of the biggest gainers for the day. So we do have PIVX up here at 30% up at $11.51. I know at one point, I think that was like $13, $14. We have Basic Attention Token, which we did do a review on. We did put a buy on Basic Attention Token. That is looking at 59 cents. Particle, this is one some community members have been wanting us to look at. We have not got a chance yet, but that is looking at 11%. I'm sure he owns some of that, so that's good. And then we have ARC, which is similar to AION, which we talked about, at plus 10% at 594. So we're still seeing some green. We're looking at 525 billion market cap, which isn't too shabby, I guess. We're holding above the 500. We're still looking for that bull market to start back up. I did want to look at one coin today. Well, I guess we have two coins. One's going to be pretty quick. Genesis, I'm not sure if you're in here. He was wanting me to look at NGA, I believe is the name of it, and I can't even find it on here. There it is. NGC. Essentially, this coin, it has a total supply of 77 million, which is nice. Only sitting at 98 million market cap, which is also nice. But it's only sold on some of these smaller exchanges, HitBCC, OKEX, and Robinhood. So I'm not officially on any of these, so that's kind of a downside to me. But also when I came over here and started to do some research on it, they're essentially trying to do something very similar to what Ethos is doing. They're based in Germany. They're looking to become an onboarding platform for users with using fiat. But I think there's better places to put your money right now. Looking at their roadmap, they don't even have the wallet available yet. To me, if you're one an onboarding platform, I'll be looking at Ethos. Also, some of these decentralized exchange tokens like ZRX or get the QCoin token or BNB token. Until I get some more information on this or something that really jumps out at me. Here's their roadmap.
Since Christmas, the coin's really been sideways. So
yeah,
I wouldn't be too impressed with that either. Did not rally late in the year early. They're
not even launching their Naga wallet until April 1st. So I'm not interested in this one right now. Like I said, if you want an onboarding platform, I'll look at Ethos. If you want exchange tokens, I'll look at ZRX, KuCoin, or BNB. The other one I wanted to look at real quick, I did actually like, and somebody brought it to my attention yesterday. It's called CanYaCoin. It just ICO'd pretty recently, and ICOing in a bear market, so it has gone down pretty steep. It was as high as $5. Now we're looking at even up 38% today at $1.61. The reason that this has gone up so much today, on their social media today, they released that they're going to do a contest, and whoever has the best advertisement for them is going to get a free airdrop of CanYaCoin. So I guess some people are loading up on that in anticipation that that's going to bring some good hype and publicity over to the coin. If we go over to their website over here, they're essentially trying to be a decentralized service payment platform. They are an ERC20 token built on the Ethereum platform that ICO'd for about 25 cents. So they're looking, and the price is obviously higher than the ICO price, but it's not too bad. It came down from $5 down to $1.61, and that's with it being up 40% today. The three main use cases and value propositions of the coin are, one, you can pay for services and premium in-app features. And when I talk about services, the name Kanya, it means like, can you be my plumber? Can you fix my roof? So essentially it's like a Yelp, but with built-in coin tech on the blockchain to where you can get plumbers to come to your house. There's going to be verifications with feedback on there. And then also those services can advertise on the platform using the CanYaCoin. So that's kind of the second use case for the coin, where service providers can promote or advertise their services on a monthly basis by purchasing the CAN tokens and then spending them to get their face public until they get some feedback reviews and get the customer base coming. And then lastly, something that's kind of nice, they reserve 20% of the tokens to economically incentivize users to share the platform for referral rewards or transaction cash back, as well as welcome bonuses. So probably going to have something, buy 100 Kenya tokens and get 10 free or something like that. So just more incentive for people to hold on to them.
And Anthony says, can you scam a bunch of noobs?
Hey, should you want to go on there and make it? I'll give you your first feedback 5-star review.
That's funny.
They were featured on a bunch of different articles over here. I didn't go through them all, obviously. But essentially, they're trying to be one of the first global peer-to-peer marketplace for services powered by the blockchain. And I know they do have some competitors. They are not blockchain competitors, so therefore those competitors are not going to be decentralized by nature, which is what a lot of people are wanting to do.
And I'd agree, 90% plus of the ICOs and newer coins will fail. We've been saying that all along, and that's still definitely going to happen.
Yep.
And we need to wrench Donnie.
Where's Donnie at over here?
Just came up. What's up, Donnie?
Last thing I wanted to go over on this coin is they do have a pretty active roadmap for this year. Right now, they're an ICO based out of Australia. They only raised $12 million, which I like. I don't like these coins that are raising $150, $200 million when they don't have a product yet. When they only have $12 million, they're incentivized to make a working product. It is an active iOS app over in Australia. I believe they currently have 40,000 users. Over 10,000 users and 46,000 service providers right now in Australia. In March of 2018, they plan to do their global launch, so they're going to release that app worldwide to try to get a bigger user base, and then they have updates all throughout this year. They're going to be working towards more fully decentralization in the future. So I like this one. We'll shoot this over to Todd and see what he thinks on the TA. I know it has gone up 38% today, which is kind of a bummer. We didn't get to talk about it before it went up, but we'll take a look.
I mean, we've got...
Did someone say plumber?
Right, it's not on the exchanges.
Wrench coin? Well, you can get a wrench, but I don't got a coin for it.
What exchanges was it? Because I don't follow.
Let's see.
You're not going to get much.
Kenya is available on KuCoin. Do you have KuCoin up there?
Yeah.
And it's CAN.
Right. I was looking for that, but didn't see it.
Should be a BTC pair.
I'm not on this exchange much, so I don't know why it's not bringing up. It won't let me type in. Don't think I'm going to help you on that one.
Not going to work out? Well, I can take a look at it over here on CoinMarketCap. Obviously, it's not going to be
real quick.
That great.
Oh, here we are.
Oh, you got it now?
I don't know why it's not.
Sending this all over the place.
See if it'll bring it
I have
here.
heard about Trinity. I know that some big name YouTubers have talked about it as well, which is probably pretty good.
Well, there we are. We had the big opening and
just kind of faded away.
Just faded away. Up today, as you said. Can't say much about that one. I'll pass.
You're passing?
I'm probably passing on that.
Well, I'm saying...
Hitman! Thinks this coin is going to moon.
That's what I think about that coin. I'm liking it. I'm buying it. If you guys want in, go for it. I don't think they got a lot of competitors, and I like that it's fallen from 5 down to 1. Just happened to ICO at a bad timing. So, well, do you want to look at some charts for these guys? Or do you want to go over that article you had?
I'm going to go to the article first.
Cool.
We're here in St. Louis, so St. Louis Fed, in some ways, says Bitcoin is more robust than many fiat currencies. In a recent article, Alexander Berenson and Fabian Schar from the Federal Reserve Bank, St. Louis, said that they're making the case that crypto assets are well suited to become a new important asset class. And the duo goes as far to say that Bitcoin is, in some ways, more robust than many fiat currencies. So I think a pretty good article.
I would say have strong hands there, Chris.
People are saying that Bitcoin's price could drop to 0 because there's no intrinsic value. And they say, well, this argument also applies to the various government-issued currencies around the world. So they're not concerned with that. And says decentralized cryptocurrencies are a welcome addition to the existing currency system. So there you have St. Louis Fed, that I know is out here talking a lot about lots of things, are saying Bitcoin's okay. So just wanted to throw that out there real quick. Bitcoin 10,600, so still giving off the gains from this morning. And I am not happy about that. As we've said before, all these coins are looking the same.
We need to put out some bear traps on these charts.
We must have, we got high correlation on all these coins nowadays. Most of these charts are just going to be able to put on top of each other, not tell which is which. That's Ethereum Classic. Again, that's one that we like. It looks like maybe it's not going to go today. There is Ethereum. I still like that one. If these things would hold in right here, I think we're all right, but they really need to hold in here.
Candid's asking if BTC bounce off 10 again, question mark.
I don't think it'll bounce again if it gets down to 10. It had that chance this morning.
So
Litecoin,
would
same
you think
thing.
that we're running lower then if it breaks through 10?
I think it'll visit 9, I think, probably quickly if that happens. Neo 114. That one's been a little bit underperforming here the last few days after doing extremely well. I know somebody asked about OMG. OMG 1552. Same thing. Really looking like most charts here. Can't say much to add to that. Let's go back to...
Somebody wants to look at ICX as well.
If we go to, the hourlies, we've done this last night. I mean, a lot of these coins have pulled back to previous support. This one would be more of that 1239, which we've already tagged. We've tested a couple times, so we still might spring these areas if we don't get something going here. So XRP $1.30.
Shout out to Ben for subscribing. Appreciate it.
I'm not a big fan really of XRP here. I mean, I think it will rally once these other coins do, but I think it's one probably you want to lighten up on any rally. ADA, BTC. I just asked about that again. We've been following that one. This move here from 4 to 7 was a pretty good move. We've tested that now a few times, so that chart definitely looks like a high-level pork blaster. But we got to have some strength here.
Somebody was asking about thoughts on XLM. From a fundamental standpoint, I think in the very first episode we made it pretty clear that as a payment solution, I like Stellar over XRP. I like that in order to use the protocol, you actually have to use the lumens on the Stellar protocol. Rather, with the Ripple, you don't have to use the XRP token on that protocol to make it functional. And the original developer from XRP is over on Stellar now, and I believe in that project, and I think the IBM partnership will be a big deal. So I don't know if you want to pull up the XLM chart over there.
XLM USD in front of you. I mean, that, once again, we pulled back to support here at 31. We're sitting here at 47. I mean, that coin still looks pretty good. Don't mean we can't spike a little bit lower, but I think that's one that would be okay to own.
Somebody wanted to take a look at Lisk. This is another one that we like. This is one of my core positions in my portfolio. I know that some of the rebranding may be baked into the value, but I still like it as a platform, and I still like it as a coin.
Lisk USD pulled back to support at 20, and we're 2167. So again, a lot of these coins are back down to previous support, so hopefully getting accumulated here for the next move up. And then let's go over to ICX.
Yeah, I think the IBM partnership is baked into the price right now, but it's really what they do with the partnership. How are they going to integrate it with some of their systems? How are they going to use the Stellar platform and the Lumens token that's going to add value here in the future? That's what I'm talking about. I think they're going to do some big things with it and try to find a way to make it have some real-world use cases.
There's ICX on the hour. ICX BTC. We talked about that back here, holding well. And it had a nice run, another ABC pullback, so just holding at higher levels. I would think that one still is okay to hold or buy on a dip.
Andrew said he's new, just came in. What are your opinions on BTC? Do you have like a quick excerpt that you would like to talk about BTC, like what you're thinking right now?
I mean, let's go back. Wait for my chart to load. I mean, I think if you throw in some Elliott wave, I think we've been working on a wave 4, which means new highs are still coming. That's still the way I'm leaning. We have came down to the support at 9,500, which I had mentioned weeks ago. I didn't expect it. I thought the 12.8 spike below 12 would save us. We had spike below there and setting here. Leaving today's rally behind, I'm not impressed with. You know, I'm not trading these things. I still keep saying I think Bitcoin could surprise somewhere because a lot of negative talk. I mean, it seems like all day long we get something. And Twitter universe jumps on it.
John wanted an opinion on QSP, if you want to look at that.
I think we have, you know, continuing to shake out week long. So I wish it would hold here and turn back up. I'd be impressed if we could rally out of here. If not, then probably we're going to visit the 10, and I don't think that'll hold this time. And we're going to be looking at the 9. So I still would expect if we break down to those levels, it'd be a quick reversal. But not making sitting on this chair too much fun here the last couple of weeks.
Take a look at Bitcoin Blockwood's chat over there real quick.
QSP is one that a lot of people was on at higher levels, so it has held pretty well. That chart doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to be. I haven't looked at it since back here at the 20 level, so that one still looks good. I'd buy that on a dip.
Yeah, all I am. We plan on doing some quiz giveaways or some kind of giveaways once we get some Learn Crypto stuff, T-shirts, mugs, whatever. We plan on doing a lot of giveaways and stuff like that.
I don't think we're in full distribution mode for Bitcoin, no. And again, if you've been on here for quite a while, I mean, I'd be way more comfortable saying things if I had the volume figures to update me. So the software's been built. It's on a staging area on our learncrypto.io website. It's gathering the 5-minute data. For some of the indicators, I need 10 days of data. So Vladimir is updating me tonight on some of the calculations. I did have a 5-minute updating in front of me yesterday, and I gave him a couple thoughts and ideas I had on it. So, I mean, we're getting there.
Somebody said, Nick and Todd, what do you think will happen to cryptocurrency market if you see a crash in the traditional stock market? I think it might almost be a wash, only because there's going to be some people that are going to move money into crypto, but if people are losing all their money on traditional, they might be exiting crypto as well to lock in those capital gains. I don't know. I
don't really see a crash on stocks. I think when we start turning down on stocks, I think it'll be more of a go down every day, keep you long, etc. So I think some money would come to the cryptos in the beginning, because I think it's going to be hard to pull money out of stocks now. And I think there'll still be money here, especially if Bitcoin can dig its way out of here. If we can get Bitcoin back to, I think, 14,000, 15,000, you're going to have all the talk come right back.
And then let's look at the TRX chart real quick, and then I'll go over to my article. And then, yes, we did talk about PIVX earlier. We've also talked about it in previous episodes. Essentially, they got added to Binance last night at 9:30. I laddered out of my position at 120K stats, 115K, and 116K, I believe, in 1/3 increments. And I'm looking to re-enter that on a dip and put all profits back into BTC. That's about it. Shout out to Nate for subscribing.
TRX, BTC, someone asked about. I mean, it definitely, obviously, blow into that July 4th high where a lot of these coins topped out, where I said be careful buying these, but the problem is I thought Bitcoin and things would hold up better with these alts falling apart. I mean, that one had a huge correction off the highs. This is impressive here with the rally from the 400 to 900, and then holding those gains on less volume on the sell-off. So that one might be all right.
Stefan said he was late, but he went and saw us throw his certificate up on the screen. Can we start over? Yeah, let's re-roll it. Welcome to Learn Crypto, presented by...
All right. Welcome to Learn Crypto. There's Stefan Batic, who I think bought the course because I did a shot live. Thanks, Stefan. Thanks for...
He's saying he loved the course. I'm sure you learned plenty of things through that, and hopefully you'll enjoy the software when that comes out soon as well.
And thanks, Stefan, because my mom did give me some crap for doing that live on air, so I blame that on you. She wasn't too impressed. Shout out to Mom.
That's hilarious. All right, let me take the screen real quick. I got one article I wanted to go over. I got this from a friend of mine. Block.one and Mike Novogratz Galaxy Digital announced joint venture for new $325 million EOS.io fund. Block.one, the developer behind the leading blockchain software EOS.io, and Galaxy Digital, a full-service digital assets merchant bank, today announced that the formation and capitalization of a joint venture that is focused on developing the EOS ecosystem and making strategic investments in projects that utilize the EOS blockchain software. I think this is some pretty positive news. I've not seen it out and about. It's kind of off a smaller news source and was given to me by a friend in one of the groups I'm part of. We have talked about EOS in the past. If you want to go look at those episodes, you can, but I am long on EOS right now. I will be getting my proprietary EOS tokens when I'm allowed to do the swap for those. And I think that protocols and privacy coins this year are the ones to buy. I know I say it every time, but it just keeps coming up. I'm going to be putting this on my Twitter after the show, so if you guys want to read it, go ahead and follow me. My Twitter is right there, StuNod620, and I'll be up there and you guys can look through these details and kind of what some of their plans are.
On Bitcoin futures, I mean, people keep talking about, that's applying pressure and different things. I don't think the futures are doing that much now at the moment. I mean, there hasn't been big volume. I think it allows more trading and better for the markets, but I don't think you can blame any rally or decline on them. I think it's probably almost a non-event. What happened to the guy that always wore a hat? Matt is over at Crypto News and Crypto After Dark. I mean, we're back to cool. He just kind of went left, and I wanted to go right. I'm working on a lot more here with Nick on probably more institutional type money and bigger accounts, and that's where the guy with the hat is. That would be Matt.
Cool, guys. Yeah, if you didn't know, we do have a cryptocurrency trading course over on learncrypto.io. Also, we do a crypto private client group where we manage your portfolio with API trading keys. You still have full access to your account. You can make your own trades as well. If you want to get more information, both those links are in the description below.
Exactly. Here's, bring me back my chart screen for a second. EOS, EOS, somebody just asked about. I mean, definitely stronger than some of these other coins. That's the 5 minute. Go back out to the, hold on, trading view. Go back out to the 1 hour. That's a daily there.
Nate's wondering about group trading.
There's the 1 hour. Kind of support back here at the 7-8 level, which held and rallied really strongly off of that. So I think EOS is probably a decent one here. Group trading, I mean, Coinigy is horrible with getting back to me. I hate to say that. I'm still waiting on Binance trading. They tell me that's coming on a software update, but then you ask them a date, they just say soon, in the near future. Their group trading, they haven't given me that either. I mean, group trading definitely makes my life easier. I don't know if it helps clients that much because I still got to move a lot of coins that basically, I got to be bid or offered a big chunk. So it's going to make my life 90% easier. But Coinigy says it's coming. I mean, they're going to have an institutional add-on for like $1,000 a month that they'll sell me and going to give me a lot of bells and whistles. But they promised it me. I keep telling people dates because they told me I would have it by the end of the year. And I hit them up probably a week ago, pressing them, going to different areas, and they're telling me it's coming, but no definite anything.
Which is never any good.
My show's during the day. I mean, I'm still gonna jump online here when we get more movement and I'm more comfortable with my trades and what I'm doing. Everybody knows I've been more quiet than ever, and that's somewhat I can't get my arms around the trading that's going on, so I do slow up a little bit until I'm more comfortable. I feel like taking risk, so I will do that. And we got still things we're working on for this show.
George was asking my opinion on the 0x airdrop. We kind of talked about that in the past. I think it was the 0x airdrop where you're also going to get an airdrop for Ethereum tokens as well. But then somebody said that wasn't happening anymore, so I kind of stopped following up on it. If you have some different information, let me know. But we did talk about that, I think, on one of the first or second episodes. Maybe that's why the 0x and Ethereum were running that day, because that news dropped. But like I said, somebody told me that wasn't happening or that was a fake source. So I'm not too positive. I stopped following it after that.
Coins markets disappeared today. I don't know anything about that website. Can't help you.
You guys have any other coins you want him to look at the charts? Or maybe I know a little fundamentals on it. Or your opinion if you should buy or hold at this point?
Bitcoin 10,661. Let's go back to that. That's what everybody's watching. Not much of a rally here off this low, so.
Somebody's wanting to see Enigma. I don't know what the ticker is on that. ENG.
Hold on, I'm gonna let this. The one thing here, this is 5-minute Bitcoin with on-balance volume. You can see the gold here is consolidated volume. So you can see over here to the right, the gold has hit new lows versus the left, which means when Bitcoin was at 9,000, volume went below that level. And I got dogs excited downstairs. Someone's at my door maybe. And then Bitcoin now is at 10.6. So that's showing some sell volume came in to the breakdown at 10,000. And the price to this point is held. So that was really friendly for this morning's rally. And, we've had an ABC pullback now. I mean, really for the bull side, we need to hold here. I need to get this upside
Do you have
again.
thoughts on XRP diverging today and coming back to 12K sats?
XRP?
Yep.
I mean...
and then LTC. We forgot to cover LTC. It's one of our favorites.
XRP is acting a little better here short term, but I'm not... you had held the lows versus the previous low. So it might try to firm up here. I'm hoping on a big rally here out of Bitcoin that Ripple would get going again, and then we could liquidate some of that. I don't think that's the greatest coin to have longer term, but I think it will work higher here. So, and it is acting better on a short term basis.
We have already looked at Stellar, so you can go back and rewatch the video here in a little bit, unless Todd wants to go back over that chart.
This is the 1 hour Litecoin USD. I know a little bit of Elliott Wave. People are kind of talking that we're doing a triangle down here. So people I give some respect to, but I am not. But that would have been looking more of a rally to more like 200. And then a break to new lows, which would be extremely large buy signal at that point. But again, we need to hold here and then run up to 200. And then see if 200 fails or not. So I'm still at the point, a lot of these markets are not leaving behind good patterns, but I really think we have had a lot of news hit these markets, a lot of liquidation. And I think with that in mind, they're not holding up too bad. So
I didn't see your Genesis Vision FA. I'm not too familiar on it. I'll take a look at it tonight or tomorrow. Maybe that'll be one of the coins we talk about tomorrow.
Here's XLM USD, 1 hour. It came back to previous support at 31, I mentioned. And we're here at 47. This is a smart rally, and we've held the gains. So I'd nibble on that, or I'd buy the next break.
We've talked about ICX, AION, and the WAN chain partnership. I'm all over that threesome right there. I like them. I think all of them working together is great. They're covering all their bases as far as one being a protocol, one being a bridge protocol. I mean, it's good to go. I mean, I own both AION and ICX currently, and I'm looking to get WAN chain after the ICO is made live on the exchanges.
What's up, Robert?
How's that ICX chart looking over there?
That's what's on the screen there. It looks good. Yep. Nothing wrong with that. Can we wrench Robert Paps, please? Futures manipulation at its finest. Again, I'm not sure if I agree with that, but I won't disagree. Just I'm not sure.
Minus 100.
I don't think the future's got enough volume to be is not pushing things around too much here. What are you willing to pay up to for WAN when it releases?
For WAN, here's my approach on these. So I'm not in the ICO. I'm hoping, like a lot of other ICOs, that it's going to have a huge hype cycle when it hits. It's going to pump up, and then it's going to dump and consolidate. During that consolidation period, I'm going to be looking to have daily ads for whatever I'm allocating to that coin, and then I'm going to ride it out from there. I do fear that since WAN chain is so hyped and so many people are so into it, and since ICX and AION have done so well, I'm afraid that it's going to pump and hold a lot of those gains but I think I'm going to roll the dice. If I catch it right away, like say I see their tweet that they're getting on Binance and I have funds already ready for it, then I might do maybe a 25% ladder in and then wait for a consolidation period to get in. That's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm not trying to chase the green candles up because it's inevitable that it is going to come back down.
And now with the Elliott wave markings on this longer-term Bitcoin chart, George Stein, my buddy from 1984, I believe it was, when we met, he was a floor trader on the corn and soybean pits, done a ton of Elliott wave back then, and I did it as well. So he does have a course. He keeps giving it to me. He's building it for us. I'm going to say it's going to be like a $199 course, and it'll be available right on Learn Crypto as everything else is. So
somebody wants to look at quantum as well.
We're still working here, guys. I'm trying to master these markets. Quantum USD 38.39. That's the 1 hour after the big run to 82.50. That one's been a little weaker, but I think that's probably still a decent one as well. I think these moves out these lows was probably, that was a spring through the 29.50 level. So I think this low is important, but we still got some room for that. So I think quantum's okay for the next leg up.
And then somebody wants GMT. Yeah, Verge is doing a fork, but I do not believe it's a hard fork. It's just a soft fork, so nothing's going to change. If you own Verge, you own Verge, and from my understanding.
GNT. Gary, Nancy, Tom. That chart is not quite as good. Obviously, it had to blow off on 12/27, and I'm not sure about that one. Need to hold these levels, keep this thing alive.
And then a bunch of people have been talking about QAsh. I haven't looked into it. I'm deciding I'm doing GVT and QAsh for tomorrow's show, so tune in, kind of get a little deeper, and we'll see what kind of buying opportunity we have, or if I even like the coins. I know on one of the coins I did today, I'm not buying, and I am choosing to do ethos instead of the other one. So
let's bring up XVG. I haven't done that one. XVG USD.
Shout out to Matthew for subscribing. We really appreciate it.
I mean, it did come back to support we mentioned at 0.065. Not doing too much since then. I mean, it did have a quick 100% rally off depressed levels, trying to hold it. So that was a coin that was really loved. So I'm sure we've shaken out a lot of longs. So it needs to dig itself out of here. Right. I mean, most of these coins are definitely, everything's following Bitcoin.
Man, until we get some solidified action out of Bitcoin, nothing else is really going to do its own thing, I don't think.
High correlation on these things all of a sudden.
Yep. Somebody was wondering why we don't like XRP for the long term. We've talked about that a lot. If I'm going to go with one payment solution, I'm going to stick with Stellar. XRP is very centralized. The two main developers of it own a ton of it. The banks own a ton of it. And you don't even have to use the XRP token on the protocol platform. You can run the Ripple platform without using the XRP token. I'm not saying you can't make gains.
Right.
I'm just saying for what I'm trying to do and what we're trying to do with PCG clients, there's other investment opportunities that will have the same or better gains and kind of fit more with the cryptocurrency vision. That's all.
And I think Matt still likes the coin. I mean, that was the one that he first found. I think he's still on it. But then they got that lawsuit, right, which is now ballooned to something huge. So I think there's just too many, for me, there's just too many unanswered questions there. And then Bill Miller did a video on January 9th, I believe, on CNBC, where he said, I think it was trading around 250, and he was saying that he thought it was overpriced quite a bit. I mean, it's obviously easy to say that now. It's took a 50% haircut, but he's a value investor, and probably, he's an old value investor. So for him to say it's overpriced, I got a feeling that he thinks it's extremely overpriced.
Shout out to Jonathan. He said he's going to start watching. We try to go on around 6:30 Central Time p.m. Monday through Friday, and then we're going to be doing recordings probably on the weekends. Todd will pop in here and there by himself throughout the day once these markets get moving a little bit and he has pertinent information for it. And if you're new, check out our links below to get some information on our cryptocurrency trading course, our crypto private client group. Also, the learncrypto.io website just has a bunch of news articles and stuff like that pop up over there as well. So it's a good source if you want to look at that.
Here's Zen. I know we went over that last night. So that's a 1 hour, so not much action out of that. Z Classic, same type of thing.
A lot of these guys are talking about Vibe maybe doing a Super Bowl commercial. I don't know.
Of who?
Vibe, V-I-B. It's like a music industry coin. Which they might. I mean, I think you're going to get hype out of that. I haven't really looked into it too much because, in my opinion, when you're looking at these products, you got to say what real-world problem do they solve? And maybe you know a little more on Vibe than I do, but I think the music industry has plenty of ways, and iTunes and all this other stuff. That's why I just really haven't looked into it. It hasn't piqued my interest yet to get involved with the music industry on the blockchain. I just don't really think that's a necessity at this point.
Hey, Joe Fiddler, I'm going to agree with you. Make sure to check out CNBC on what not to do. I won't agree with that with what I just said because Bill Miller, you know, has got some private funds he manages now. He was a mutual fund, you know, years of success. So I only said that because he was on CNBC. So general comments on CNBC, yeah, I probably would do the opposite. But
yeah, I retweeted
Miller's
something
an old
actually.
man that knows his stuff and knows value and really into cryptocurrencies. He was on Bitcoin. I mean, I watched him when Bitcoin was at 250, and he said it was an easy 10-banger.
Which one's the music industry then, if Vibe is the virtual reality platform?
And at 2,500, he said it was still another 10-banger. So that guy's definitely not a clown. So
yeah, Anthony, I retweeted something from CNBC Fast Money where Brian Kelly went on and was using the words hodl and wrecked and all that on CNBC Fast Money. It's pretty funny. It's a little 2-minute clip if you want to go watch that.
Brian Kelly should be pretty knowledgeable. So, like I said, Bill Miller, he's not CNBC. He was on there getting interviewed. He knows his stuff. So anything Bill Miller does, you could probably follow along and you'll be all right.
I'm going to look into that one, Crypto Momentum. Music coin is the one that I was thinking about. Vibe.
All right, guys. No one wants to hear it, but I've had a long day. And
Todd says he's hungry. Todd says this.
Right, and I have no...
Shout out to Bobby Smith for subscribing. Thank you guys for all your support. We love you guys. We're here for you. Get some more questions together. Get some more coins for us to look at. We're all here trying to help each other, so keep bouncing ideas off each other. Follow us on Twitter, and we'll follow you back as well.
What's up, Heather, thy name?
Check out our websites, and have a good night.
All right, guys. We're out of here. Catch you tomorrow.
Hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you gotta be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.